know the leader. Getting that while I'm on the. She's a keeper. Them burritos. Get to the pesos with amigos. I cannot with no zeros.
Don't you run out? No, I can't show you no love, baby. Yeah, I am a boss in the cut, Mayday. Bubbles and I'm these models. It's popping, I tip her. I skip her, I give her the. Girl, you on my line right now. Yeah, I can see the signs right now. Feeling like a boss right now. Feeling like a boss right now. And you just took a loss right now. Dripping in the sauce right now.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Cleveland Browns. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Watch you now, Barney.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. Now Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Play fake. Mayfield. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 42. After the interception, it's lost. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. T.Y. Hilton, nobody to beat. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now a 7-0 game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. To throw, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. David Njoku was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st, Michel. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Josh Gordon, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Sturgis adds the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at the 45. Naeem Hines, his 1st carry.
Wrap up.
Still moving. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Now a first carry for Dial Pumphrey. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They run with Hines. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The stop was made by Jannard Avery.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Love. He can run for it, and he will. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And in this first quarter of play, this will remain a tie ball game. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at about the 32. And they'll start the drive here with an end around. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Out of the gun, Luck. And he he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
And he's got his man Hilton. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. Now a toss play. It's Hines. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
From the 50, it's Long. Looking deep here for Ebron. It's caught at the 10. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Eric Ebron, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are in for 6. Rosas now to add the PAT. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
A first down throw from Mayfield. Flush to his right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. He's swallowed him up. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit.
Green, 39!
Mayfield on first down. And his throw here's incomplete. Duke Johnson, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Gone!
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Able to shake him off. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. That is caught at the 7. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. From the gun, Mayfield. Zipping it off for Johnson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Mayfield to throw it, escaping the pressure right. Josh Gordon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Boy, that route's really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think there's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. Skirts by him at the 35. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there for Indy. 46 yards. Yardage-wise, he's in the top handful of backs in the league so far this season. A great run there.
He's going to love that standing when it comes to contract time. But even more so, his team loves it because he gives them an identity and sets a tone.
Luck on first down. Ebron caught left side. 23 yards on the play.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity of the ball game. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though.
Wrong.
Luck going to keep it on the sneak. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Andrew Luck on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is now 21-14. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Detroit! Detroit!
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Detroit!
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A first down carry here for Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Detroit! Detroit!
First down, Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have. Oftentimes you say some guys have a knack for creating turnovers. He forced a fumble last week, forces another one.
And one of my good coaching buddies, Frank Delano, always told me, hey, Davis, creating turnovers is not as much about skill as it is about desire.
Oh, I thought it was going to be will, because will rhyme with skill.
Come on,
Live
man.
with desire. We'll go with desire.
What are you, the rhyme master now?
Here's Love. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long 3rd down. So we are at half. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. On first down, it's Love. Under pressure and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Sheldon Richardson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's Hines. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. From the gun, here's Luck. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they've printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Throwing, Mayfield. Flush to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Now Mayfield. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He'll check this one down to Michelle. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. This quarterback now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Sturgis for the extra point, and we are tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Hines. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Looking deep for Hilton. It got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They give him a gain of 38.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
This is Hines, and an alley to run. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
On 1st and 10, Locke throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now it's Hines. Look at the spin. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry. It's Michel. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
you now, Barney. Barney.
Play fake. Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. As his guys are in for 6. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Sturgis adds the PAT. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And he finally runs out of gas, but not before he's inside the 10-yard line.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure. They thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he gets them a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. Second and goal from inside the 5. He'll get it up the middle, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it third and goal. Off of play action. Luck. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. That's 3 touchdown passes now for Andrew Luck. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They begin with Michel on the ground, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Second down, Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He's going to wind up and air it out. This is caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. They begin the drive with Hines. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through three quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They run again with Hines. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Now a toss play. This is Pumphrey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
That's a lot of beef thundering downfield off of the toss play, and it takes me back to when I was a kid and watching USC play. Remember the old toss that they ran? They used to call it student body right or student body left because everyone was out in front of the ball carrier. In fact, one of their favorite plays, it was called rose stem right or rose stem left, depending on the formation, 28 toss. And 28 toss was their bread and butter.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Love. Ebron with it over the middle. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. First carry for James Conner. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And they'll go on the ground. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And the kick by Rosas is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Huge first down. Got to hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it second down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Now they're just trying to do anything possible to try and get the ball downfield and get into field goal range.
And with that clock dwindling, they felt the need to take a pretty big shot there. Unfortunately, couldn't complete it. The Browns on third down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear the Colts are going to win the football game. So locked down to a knee, and that ought to be the final act of this ball game. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Indianapolis, they boost their record.